Yeah. Okay. So today is the 17th May. So we are having our first MicroProfile OpenTelemetry meeting. So it's a basically in this meeting, we just want to getting the interested parties together, and then we kind of work out our scope about where to start, and also who will work on what. So it's I'm hoping all of you will be a major contributor to this kind of the MicroProfile open telemetry a stack. So it's when we first let's just go through the room to see the kind of your view on this micro profile open telemetry and also open API kind of relationships and etc. I will just start from to say my POV personal view on this one. So I'm thinking we can directly use the current MicroProfile open tracing repo because we are not going to evolve any MicroProfile open tracing, and instead we just replaced with open telemetry. We can directly release a new MicroProfile open tracing, because MicroProfile open telemetry name is kind of, it has a metrics, it has a tracing. Now, even though now is 1.2 was released, however, the tracing part is ready for production. For the metrics part is still alpha. So I'm thinking, this is only my view. I'm thinking we can directly work on the new version, like Open Tracing 3.0. Basically, we adopt MicroProfile Open Telemetry instead. So okay. So next. So who want to say?
Well, that was one of my. For those that maybe don't know me, I'm Jason Lee. I work for Red Hat on the Wildfly EAP team, and I'm the component lead for the integration for both metrics and tracing. And I'm working on integrating OpenTelemetry now. So, kind of one of my questions, I think you kind of touched on there, Emily, is like telemetry covers kind of a wide area, metrics, tracing, logging. And I was kind of curious how we were going to handle that, especially given the talk around microprofile metrics and micrometer, and seems to be a lot of interest and momentum heading that way. So, I don't have a strong opinion on that, but certainly we don't need more than one one way to do metrics in the spec. So, so are you suggesting, Emily, that we're going to just continue to call it open tracing, but have it backed by OpenTelemetry?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, or maybe rebranded to be a MicroProfile tracing.
Yeah, I don't necessarily have a real big problem. I was just concerned that might be
right,
a little, not misleading, but confusing.
confusing.
Well, just with the name open tracing, since it's kind of already out there. Well, yeah.
Right.
So
Yeah, it's not yeah, true. So basically, you could say open telemetry consume the open tracing, because in the merge open tracing and open sensors. Yeah, I got what your view. Okay.
Yeah, there's a product called open tracing, even though it's going away.
Yeah, true. Yeah, I think you have the point. Okay, Bruno.
yeah, also I think OpenTelemetry is much more than just the tracing part. So using just tracing might be misleading.
Right. So you are thinking like we get MicroProfile open telemetry. So we can start with doing probably both you and Jason. So it's doing the tracing aspect when the metrics evolved, maybe it's released, gain a more kind of the attraction. Maybe this one will be expanded to also to do the metrics.
So Emily, we do have another like metrics spec in MicroProfile though. So how do we want to evolve that?
Yeah, so this is yeah, that's a good question as well. So basically is at the moment, like if we start with the OpenTelemetry, we will look at we just take the tracing aspect. So for the metrics aspect is still in the alpha. Kind of maybe down the road, maybe next year and etc. Maybe it's kind of the metrics get more attraction. Maybe this MicroProfile OpenTelemetry will have both the tracing and the metrics. Or alternatively, we have a MicroProfile OpenTelemetry tracing.
Yeah, so I heard like the metrics team is looking at the micrometer implementation for metrics. I mean, at one point they were considering that, so I'm not sure how far they have gone.
Yeah. So Jason is also involved. Jason, do you know much about I think Aaron talked about they are looking at the micrometer and trying to build a bridge with the OpenTelemetry metrics aspect.
Okay, I haven't heard any talk about bridging those, but from the conversations I've been involved in on the metric side, they seem pretty committed at this point to supporting micrometer. I know certainly, of course, I mean, it's more of a product perspective. I know Quarkus is much more interested in micrometer than the MP metric spec. And Roberto said they're not doing anything more on the MicroProfile metrics and looking at micrometer. So my guess is that micrometer is going to win the day on that one. Now that it will be exposed in a MicroProfile spec, I couldn't guess, but they do seem pretty committed to micrometer at this point.
Yeah, I think it's the other thing is because OpenTelemetry metrics is still in alpha. I don't know how useful it is as yet. Yeah, it's not in the position to rush in as yet. So it's so Bruno, you are have you finished? Sorry, I think it's I don't know, it's interrupt you or
no. So this is also part of the challenge, because OpenTelemetry seems to want to aggregate everything, but so there's micrometer, which is basically a standard de facto that is used on the Spring world. Quarkus has already embraced it, and it works pretty well. I've been using it as well. And then OpenTelemetry, so Open Tracing goes to OpenTelemetry, but it might also have metrics in the future if that bridge with micrometer happens. So I think we should keep our options open and create OpenTelemetry. And we could probably just support the tracing functions in the beginning, not to clash with metrics. But if in the future metrics are also viable more on OpenTelemetry, I think we could expand the scope.
Okay, so you are saying actually is we can create a MicroProfile OpenTelemetry repo. So that's what Jason, you are suggesting as well, right?
I mean, that I think I hadn't really thought about it, but I just kind of assumed that would probably be the case, since it's a big change in the underlying implementation. kind of a clean break in terms of branding and code organization thing seems to make sense to me, but not super important how we manage that. But that was, I think it was just my kind of assumption going in.
Right. Okay.
Jason, are you involved in the Quarkus open? The OpenTelemetry implementation?
I'm not. No, I'm on purely on Wildfly EAP. I mean, I talk to the Quarkus people, but I'm not involved in the actual implementation there.
Right.
Okay.
So Felix, do you want to introduce yourself? I think Felix has been working on the MicroProfile open tracing for some time.
Yeah, so I've been working with like Pavel Lafay. So he was like working in Red Hat. He was leading the MicroProfile open tracing spec, and then I was working with him for the past couple years. And then I think after he left, there's kind of nobody leading the open tracing work in the MicroProfile right now. So that's why I think Emily trying to get us together. Try to bring us forward to see what we are going to do in the new OpenTelemetry world.
Yeah, I'm the coordinator, by the way. So you guys need to do the real real work and graduate. I just make sure I can kick off, and then you can get together more and work on the fine details. I think for my mission is I want to create something basically, and then you can off and run. Okay, so what's your view, Felix, regarding the open tracing or OpenTelemetry GitHub repo?
For the name, I'm not too hung up on what we call it right now. So yeah, so I guess I guess it's we try to define what is the scope of the next version of the open tracing project. So are we going to decide this is only for the tracing side, and then for the metrics we're going to talk to the metrics team or the metrics group later? I guess we need to lay out a high level roadmap on what we're going to do as well.
Yeah.
And also, we probably need to look at what is the current implementation people are doing with the OpenTelemetry. Are they going to switch to the MicroProfile, or what's the plan? For example, Quarkus, they are already supporting OpenTelemetry in their runtime. So are we going to have a roadmap to merge them together, or that kind of a plan that we probably need to talk about?
Yeah, so it's I think one thing is we fix the scope first. I think we kind of in agreement. We just look at the tracing. We focus on tracing first, and then it's kind of getting the tracing aspect all kind of worked out. And then down the road, maybe in the future, the metrics maybe get some attraction and etc. And then we can look at that later. Yeah. Hello, John. Now, John.
Yeah, it's me. Sorry, I forgot it. I thought it was at the
so different background.
The next hour, not now. So you guys want to start over? I'm just kidding. Okay.
So it's good that you are here, and so basically we have this initial meeting, and gradually we want to use a MicroProfile Zoom account.
Yep.
So it's and need to work out all the host kind of
So I can set it up. The only thing I want to know is how often this time and how often.
Yes, a good question. So it's I think I prefer weekly to start with. What about you? You all think weekly to start with and catch up, and gradually we work out a plan and people can work on the issues, and then we can switch like bi-weekly or something like a less frequent. So what Jason or Bruno or Felix, what's your
Weekly works fine for me.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree.
Yep, fine.
Okay. So John, since you logged in, you have a to do.
Yeah, that didn't take long.
So can you set up the Zoom for us this time half an hour like a weekly?
Okay.
Okay, cool.
It'll be just note that I'll update the calendar entry, the MicroProfile calendar entry with the logistics. Very quick notes. It'll be a different Zoom ID, of course, and you cannot log in more than 10 minutes before the call.
Okay.
Right. So
cool.
if you see a warning, hey, you're waiting, it's because that's why you got to wait 10 minutes before, or no more than 10 minutes before the call. Okay.
Okay, cool.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Yep.
And then we gradually, work out. Okay, so at the moment we are just work out the creating a new GitHub repo, like a MicroProfile OpenTelemetry to get started. So it's and after this call, I just quickly will share the the discussion with the Google group mailing list, and so that people can have a fair idea where we are heading. So this is the open telemetry, and there is kind of for the implementation. So obviously we work on the spec, and also we need to work on the implementation as well. So for Jason, in SmallRide, I think also Felix involved in the beginning as well. In SmallRide, do you have the GitHub repo for SmallRide OpenTelemetry?
I'm not aware of one.
I think Pavo created something, and I think we worked on it a little bit. So I can dig it up. Let me see if I can.
Oh, yep, there it is right there.
Yeah, okay.
Right.
There's a POC.
If I can find the chat button, I'll post a link.
So is Bruno, are you comfortable? So hopefully, I think is maybe since it's small group, is maybe is kind of we all work together on the one implementation, and with the kind of the spec and etc. Bruno, are you comfortable with contributing to SmallRide OpenTelemetry and also OpenTelemetry?
Yeah, I think it's we already have this implementation. There's no other one, so I think it's totally fine. Yeah,
and it will be awesome if we can get this kind of the stack all up and together with the implementation done this year. So as for this year's program plan, so hopefully we can at least release it this year and get the goal accomplished. So that's in the, did you put in the chat?
Yes.
Okay. Yes.
Let me see. Oh yeah, we are nearly off time. So okay, it has quite a fair, quite a lot of files checked in already, right? So in that case, it uses REST easy, and then I don't know how recent it is. It's on the March 16th. Oh, that's for the dependent board. Commit.
It has between 8 months.
Right. Yeah, September last year. Pavel did some work. So in that case, we can do some more homework. So basically, we need to bring this up to the latest released OpenTelemetry 1.3, isn't it? 1.3 or 1.2? I can't remember now. What's the latest release?
OpenTelemetry is at least 1.1.
I thought it's 1.2 or 3.
It could be at this point. I just haven't looked. I'm using 1.1 in my Wildfly integration at this point.
The latest is for Java is 1.2.
1.2. Okay. So we can
Then I
bring
need to
that
update.
up. We can bring that up to the small right, and then in the okay, we can go from there. Since we are running out of time, so for the to do, I will do a email like a Google group email and just saying we are going to create some MicroProfile OpenTelemetry. If no other objections, we will get some Bugzilla tickets raised. Probably John and Kevin will be able to give +1, and then we can go from there. And then you all of us should just experiment the small right OpenTelemetry, and then it's to see where the gap and etc. And then once the GitHub repo created, we can populate some issues. We can start working on it. And then gradually, probably I will have a less involvement, and then you will be the leaders. So I just coordinating this, and gradually, you guys drive this. Okay. I think that's pretty much.
So just one question, Emily, because I tried to search the Gitter group for OpenTelemetry. I couldn't find it.
Oh no! So it's at the moment you can go to the Open Tracing. Once the GitHub repo OpenTelemetry is created, I will create a Gitter, and then
Okay.
Yeah. So hopefully it will happen later this week. So yeah.
Okay.
Just an FYI, the MicroProfile calendar entry has been updated. So you have a new meeting ID, and Emily, I think you have the host code. So if you want to assign a co-host,
Yeah.
Feel free to do that and share the host code with them.
Okay, that sounds great. Thank you, John. You are so efficient.
That's no one's ever used that word describing me before. Thank you.
I always think you are efficient anyway. Okay, great. So it's I got to do, and then all of us got to do, and next week we'll have more things to do. Okay, great. Thank you all.
Next week is just to note a holiday here in the States.
Oh, next week. In that case, maybe
Memorial Day, is that right? Or is it 2 weeks away? That may be 2 weeks away. Sorry about that.
Okay, 2 weeks away, we are on holiday as well in the UK.
Dang it. I could always.
Oh,
nothing.
I got John excited.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like a day off. It's 2 weeks.
Is it 2 weeks? Okay, we are in sync. I think it's 2 weeks time. Oh, I can't remember. Is it towards the end of May? No, is that?
Yeah, it's the last Monday in May.
Oh yeah, we have a bank holiday there, so we can cancel that. Yeah, so the 31st May, I'm off as well.
Okay,
that's pretty nice.
that works out well. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Awesome. Thank you all, and talk to you next week.
Right,
That's
thanks.
good.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Yes. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.